Sailability New Jersey is the U.S. affiliate of Sailability International. Sailability has been running programs for the disabled for over 25 years all over the world. This chapter was founded to fill the void for accessible sailing in New Jersey and beyond. Sailing is an enjoyable, healthy, and non-violent sport, but it's been restricted by access and tradition to a small segment of the population. Sailability breaks down these stereotypes and exposes the freedom of sailing to everyone. For the disabled, sailing becomes a life-affirming therapy. The ability to leave one's chair behind and to decide on how and where to go is a breath of freedom in a difficult life. The mobility and equality are unavailable elsewhere.
This is your first time sailing?
Yes.
And did you have fun out there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Over and over, when asked why they enjoy sailing so much, the answer comes back: the freedom. Sailability is not just for the disabled, it's for everyone. Seniors, kids at risk, and just the general public that's interested in getting out on the water. Sailability uses the Access dinghy because it's designed to accommodate people of all abilities. The boats are unconventional in that the sailor steers with a joystick in the front and sits very low in the boat. It has a weighted dagger board that helps keep the boat from turning over. That, coupled with the design of the hull, makes these boats extra safe and virtually untippable.
It's great. I mean, you're right. On one level, this boat's very, very simple, but on the same note, you could take a boat that's this simple and go out and have real stiff competition and great racing with it.
Because of the seating arrangement, the sailor does not have to move from side to side or duck to keep from being hit in the head by the boom when tacking. For the severely disabled, the boats can be adapted with electronic aids. Quadriplegics with no upper body function can operate the boats with just the movement of their head. Many things have happened with this program. We've experienced rewards that wouldn't have been expected.
And knowing that you're allowing another person to experience sailing for the first time, that in and of itself is more than enough reward. I think that anyone who's really involved in sailing could go after and try to achieve.
In addition to the disabled people we've helped to learn to sail, we've realized that the instructors and the volunteers have been affected also. The interaction of people that don't normally associate has developed an understanding that we're all more similar than different.
That's what we have right now. We have a couple of people with disability out on the water. We have some healthy kids out on the water. They're competing against each other, having a good time. No one knows the difference. No one cares,
This could not have been demonstrated more clearly than in a recent program that mixed disabled sailors with kids at risk. The at-risk kids had never been in any kind of boat before, but after a short intro into the workings of a sailboat, they were soon out sailing on their own. The more remarkable part is that these kids were members of rival factions that are normally at each other's throats. Yet with us, they acted like regular, helpful kids. They cooperated with each other to get the boats ready to sail. They assisted the physically challenged sailors and had a great time doing it. You would never have known that these were anything but everyday young men. Who knows what those moments could do to a life? While we continue to do some events at yacht clubs on a periodic basis, we expect to run the programs regularly at county parks. We've identified Lake Lenape, Manasquan Reservoir, and possibly Mercer Lake as centers of activities. They're public parks perfectly suited for our purpose. They have floating docks and accessible facilities. They're ready-made for our work.
We realize that in New Jersey we have so many people that are calling us and so many people in different counties that we can't possibly do it with just 4 boats. So we're going to try and get a few more boats for next year, and we're going to try and work out of 1 or 2 counties and have a big enough program that people can travel a shorter distance to have a good time on the boats.
We currently have 4 boats, one equipped with electronic assist, a trailer, and a support motorboat. We view this as a viable unit for a program. We expect to staff each unit with 2 paid employees working full-time for 6 months a year. We would like to establish 1 base in Atlantic County at Lake Lenape and another at either Monmouth or Mercer County for next summer. After establishing all procedures and we assess the interest, we expect to grow to other counties throughout the state and beyond. In addition to the cost of buying the boats, trailers, and equipment, we intend to pay the program instructors and unit coordinators. As we grow to service the state and the area, we'll be looking to establish a permanent location for the office and program director. Any money raised will go directly to this program locally. No money will be sent to any international organization or on the personal expenses of the volunteers. We plan to offer the program free to all participants. While we understand that your donations are made for the good works they achieve, we can and do acknowledge our contributors on the sails and trailers. They make a great impression with the public and are often seen in the press coverage of these events. It can make a real difference in people's lives. There can be no better way to give back to your community.